There are still only 8 pages of a Last Ride script, which is really more of a synopsis, maybe you could say a treatment. But yeah, the idea was to keep it natural and authentic and as realistic as possible, was to avoid scripted pages. It was also to avoid any hiccups in delivering those lines. Instead of stuttering on a line, if you know in essence what you have to put across, you can get that across in various ways. And by mixing it up a little bit, it keeps the other actor fresh in their response and their delivery. We kind of treated each scene would have a beginning, a middle and an end, you know, certain beats for each of the main scenes. And provided that it starts here and it ends here and these specific points come across, the scene is fine, without having to be locked in on a certain flow. It gave us more flexibility on the day, and not be too concerned about missing marks or anything, because things could happen at various points. In fact, to give you an idea, on the Wednesday take we did fairly quick time through the river sequence, and we couldn't really figure out why it had slowed down so much the following day, and it was because of how much rain had fallen and how different that creek had become overnight. And it may not sound like much, but when you're looking for a specific mark that is now submerged in water, you have to, you know, ad-lib why you're going to circle around or go back the way you just came from instead of the way you were meant to go. So and keeping everyone fresh and ad-libbing would do that. There was also, because I had a watch on the Wednesday take, I lost it on the Thursday. We were going along and I was looking, I'm like, oh, I need more time. This film's going to be too short. And I said to one of the actresses, I'm like, hit the ground and give me 3 minutes of screen time right now. And she just went bang and did it. And this is from all the pre-production time we spent on character development, and a great actress who did a great job with that scene. Right on the go, she just delivered it out, completely unscripted, and possibly one of my favourite scenes. There was way more gore in the original script, and like a lot more gore. And it got scaled back for various reasons. Classification, not so much, because if you can get it high enough, like an R rating sort of thing, will attract more of an audience who really want that messed up sort of gory horror film. But the biggest trick was trying to do it all live on camera. What can you get away with shooting in a single take without it all going crazy or too tricky, you know, especially towards the latter half of the film where there's certain kill sequences. If something goes wrong there, that's a long way to go back to the beginning and start again. There's a lot of blood to clean up, there's a lot of clothes to be washed, and then get back out there and go through that whole trekking once again. The one big thing as well that I enjoyed was on the first full rehearsal we did, there was a lot of swearing, mostly from me, a lot of F-bombs, and it kind of was made fun of so much while we were watching it back that it became a challenge to each other to not swear. Instead of saying or delivering a line or something like that, we just dropped the swearing. Not so much to worry about the rating, but more just so we didn't sound like a bunch of teenagers on a train, you know. Nobody wants to watch a movie of that or listen to continuous F-bombs.